Hello everyone, welcome you all to Samiksha AS Academy. As you all know, Prelims 2026 is approaching. So here, we the faculty members of Samiksha AS stuck with one fundamental question. Why most of the aspirants are failing in Prelims? So to discuss this, I would like to introduce the faculty members of Samiksha AS to share their thoughts. Why this is happening? First, I would like to invite Saideshwar Sir. Sir, please kindly come. Hello, sir.
Thank you so much.
Hello, sir. So, what can be the reason, sir, why most of the aspirants are failing?
Sir, if you look at the statistics of 2025 prelims, around 10 lakh people have written these prelims, but only 14,000 people were selected. Particularly from Hyderabad, hundreds and thousands of people are failing. So, it's really a puzzling. If you look at these numbers, I can say there are some solid reasons. The main reason is whenever we start our preparation in January, we'll study the subjects randomly. We'll never introspect. Let's say, for example, if you have written the 2024 prelims, how many marks you have scored, where you went wrong, what were the questions you have done, what's your weakness, what's your strength. We'll never do such kind of SWOT analysis. Just we start the preparation, randomly, irregularly, without having proper introspection. So my thought is, whenever you are going to start a preparation for prelims, first of all, you must diagnose, you must do postmortem for your last prelims exams. And the second thing is, they must review the at least 40 years of UPSC prelims question papers.
Thorough revision.
Thoroughly. And that give a wonderful insights about the UPSC prelims.
Mindset of the exam.
Mindset as well as the pulse of the UPSC examiner. At the same time, it will also enlighten us where I have to focus and what are the high yielding areas and where I have to focus, where I have to hit more. At the same time, let's say, for example, I'll give an example. So earlier, 10 years ago, most of the times they ask questions related to the Buddha's life. That's it. Now they are asking questions related to the Buddhist sects, their philosophies. Sometimes they also make the comparative analysis, like what the moksha for Buddhists and what the moksha for Jains. And even if you take the Sufi movement, they are going deeper and deeper into the orders, like silsilas. So once you go through the 40 years of question papers, you will understand the high potential areas in the prelims. Then you can focus only on that areas. Point number 2. Point number 3 is, you should not judge the UPSC, because UPSC will increase the weightage for a subject in 1 year. It may reduce the weightage for a subject in the next year.
Sometimes more questions than art and culture.
Yes, exactly.
Sometimes very less questions.
Exactly, sir. Generally, students, they have opinion that modern India is a high yielding area. I'll focus on only modern India. I'll ignore the medieval India. I'll read only Buddhism, Jainism in ancient India. But that's not correct, sir. If you take the 2024-2023 question papers, modern India questions were very less. They are just only 2 or 3. That's it. There, in that year, they highlighted the ancient and the medieval India. So you should not judge the UPSC. Just follow the syllabus as Bible, Quran, and Gita. That's it. And one more thing, sir. When we are when we are reviewing the question papers, then you will understand there are some areas keep on asking in the UPSC prelims. Let's say, for example, in Indian Constitution, the first chapter itself, evolution of Indian Constitution, regulating act, charter acts, and all. So that's a high yielding area. If you take the modern India, particularly from 1942 to 1947, where you can come across the Wavell Plan, Cabinet Mission, June 3rd Plan, like that. So you will get more and more insights when you review the previous year question papers. So that's where most of the students are failing.
Right. The heart lies in thoroughly analyzing previous year questions.
Exactly.
Along with that, having a broad idea in all the areas, not leaving like as medieval India questions are coming less, so I will leave that area. You shouldn't do like that.
No, they should not judge the UPSC.
Sometimes they may ask easy questions from that area, but you may miss it.
Yes.
So that's the thing.
Yes.
Thank you. Now I would like to invite John, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. as Saideshwar Sir just now discussed about the history component. So, what's your thoughts regarding this prelims?
So, as a extension of the topic what Saideshwar Sir said, most of the students, where the most of the students are failing is what I observed in the present day scenario is they're unable to find the crux of the mentality of their examiner. So, how is asked? See, there are two things. One is letter and spirit. Right? If we go to the constitution, there are two things. One is letter and spirit. Spirit will be called as sentiment, right? So most of the aspirants are lacking to find the sentiment how this question has been asked. That means situation is not analysis. They're slightly going towards the law and they are slightly going towards the crux of the question. But why question has been asked? They are not analyzing the content of the question. So what I felt is, so in the prelims of the civil service examination, prelims is directly oriented to the general knowledge of the subject, right? So whereas if we compare with the mains is presentation of your our answer, right? In mains there is no right answer and wrong answer. There is good answer and bad answer. Exactly. But in prelims there is right answer and wrong answer. So when you are going for right or wrong, so the thing is, in which situation, in which circumstances this question has been asked. For example, if we take a question in geography, there's a very famous question in geography. The question is, if we go in the vague sense of the question, question is, if you are traveling on a countryside, there is a lake and a buffalo is grazing nearby the lake. A bird is sitting on that buffalo. So the question is, what is the breed of that bird? They ask the breed of the bird. So to answer this question, subject knowledge should act like a fundamental. But to answer this question, common sense observance is important. So if you highlight the basic observance, if you highlight the basic necessity of the examination pattern, then you will be well ahead of the people. So that is what my intention is. So the condition for the prelims, just to get the prelims, is thinking out of the box should be necessary when it is necessary. Not for every question. In the same way, you should not be limited to the box for every question. When question demands, we should go out of the box. So depending upon the question, the answer should be given. So we should only answer what has been asked. Most of the students are failing. They're going much deep into the question, digging more into the question, right? Linking the question, overthinking. That has become a very big problem. That is what I understood where students are failing in this examination.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now I would like to invite Chaitanya Sir. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. So, as just now Saideshwar Sir and John Sir discussed about what can be the reasons for continuous failures for most of the students. What's your thoughts? As I think you also went through the examination almost 4 times to clear the prelims.
Yes, sir.
Right? But it's not the case for most of the aspirants. Some of them even they are daily expecting to clear their first prelims. So, where students are failing?
In the sense, UPSC syllabus is vast. That is what the myth is. Actually, if you go to the crux of the matter, for preliminary examination, we have majorly 5 subjects, within which there are certain subjects in which, if we focus, there are ample chances of scoring high marks. The most important subjects of UPSC preliminary examinations are polity and econ. In the sense, we are not saying that other subjects aren't important or we shouldn't focus on them, but these 2 subjects are the most important. They are low-hanging fruits. So firstly, what we have to do is we have to be thorough with this conceptual clarity with the subjects, these 2 subjects which have limited expanse of knowledge, in the sense it is not that broad when compared to history, etc. So firstly, we have to try to solve all the previous year questions related to these 2 subjects. Then we have to move on to the other subjects. So within the ocean, we have to try to find where these important stuff we are finding.
Okay, you're trying to say that we need to prioritize first.
Yeah. Like for example, we are trying to find pearls in the ocean.
Okay.
So these are like pearls.
Yeah.
Then you have to remember the prelims isn't just about these 2 subjects. You will get close to 30 questions from these 2 subjects, and you could easily clear 25 plus questions. Then we have geography, and we have to focus on geography as well, because it too is limited in terms of knowledge expanse. That is the requirement of the demand of the question. We have to read geography as well thoroughly. Then we have to move on to the other subjects like environment, history, etc. We have to remember that preliminary examination should be studied in such a manner that where these 5 subjects are also asked in mains examination, we have to prepare ourselves in such a manner that we could replicate in the mains as well. So with that perspective, we go, prelims will be a child's play. Again, the one more important aspect that I would like to stress is, we again and again stress more upon the current affairs. But if you try to see the questions, most of the questions are on static part. Current affairs has to be focused. There is no doubt about it.
But behind that, what's the static component that we need to read?
Static component is the most important aspect. So we have to see where there are low-hanging fruits, and we have to see the returns on the time that we have spent on the subjects, and then we have to focus our preparation in a directed manner. Then there is a better chance of scoring high marks in the preliminary examinations.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now I would like to invite Anil Sir. Hello, sir. Please come. Hello, Anil Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I think just now 3 faculty members discussed where most of the things went wrong for the students,
True.
especially in prelims.
Yes.
So what's your thoughts on this?
So basically, when it comes to prelims, sir, like with our experience we had, almost 90% of the aspirants are failing this prelim stage. So what is the fundamental reason? It is the kind of realizations they have to incorporate. There are a lot of apprehensions for a lot of aspirants, like they could not finish the syllabus. So whether you're finishing the syllabus or not, it depends upon your current preparation levels. You need to understand the demand of the exam, and you need to understand the weightage within which prelims themes is majorly emphasizing on. So what could your accuracy levels, so that you can sail through this prelims with a confident score. For that matter, people are telling that we have to aim for 100 marks. But to be in a safer side, you have to focus upon getting at least 110, 115 marks without being in a dilemma whether you'll clear it or not. Why? Because I'm telling this, in 2024, almost 3 questions were eliminated by UPSC. When 3 questions are gone, if 1 mark is either positive side or negative side is going out, you can flunk your chances of writing mains. So when that is the case, you have to target 110 marks or 115 marks. For that, what is required? Your accuracy has to be intact. So how can we develop this accuracy is the first fundamental question. So if you're revising more, based on your revisions, based on your sound understanding of the concepts, your accuracy levels will improve. For that, you have to have a concise notes. For every subject, whatever standard books you are reading, that has to be boiled down to a concise notes that has to be available with each and every aspirant. That comes up with reverse engineering. When we say reverse engineering, after finishing any subtopic or subcomponent of the syllabus, you have to practice certain practice tests. Whenever you are solving MCQs, through that MCQs, you also keep on learning the concepts that were standard. So these concepts, which you often forget, that has to be jotted down in your short notes. So by doing this mechanism, at the end of when you are reaching your prelims D-Day, you'll have a short notes, concise notes, the summary of all the important topics, which you often forget. That has to be revised multiple times. It has to happen such a manner that 3rd revision, 5th revision, 7th revision. By doing this, obviously, end of the day, when you're sitting at the examination hall, the kind of knowledge that student accumulates, either it can be through their memory, it can be through their intuition, or it can be some kind of logic that they have learned, or it should be something that they have heard from someone else, like teachers, mentors. So all this comes into play in your real examination. So once you are being prepared for this, you're ready with all this, whatever effort you're putting up in the upcoming 5 months, this effort has to make you that you sail through prelims in an effortless manner. So putting that effort brings you an effortless journey, which is clearing this preliminary stage. That's the fundamental thing which I have observed that most of the aspirants are missing. Oh, practice is more important, as well as a concise notes is required.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
So we have seen different perspectives of different faculties.
Yes.
What is the major challenge that is the aspirants are facing with respect to preliminary preparation?
Yes. Yes.
So from this understanding, overall understanding, I would like to understand your perspectives through your experience. What are the fundamental challenges which an aspirant face with respect to prelims? At the same time, like we have missed out the elephant in the room, which is the CSAT component.
Yes. Yes.
Whatever we are talking, without CSAT, prelims is nothing.
There's no point.
It has become so much tough nowadays in the recent times.
Yeah.
So how should this CSAT problem and your overall observations in an aspirant so that it could be benefiting the aspirant to clear prelims?
Yes. See, when it comes to me, I strongly feel you must need to understand the time you're giving for this examination. Consider, in general, the aspirants starts their preparation in the month of January. It goes till the month of May. If you are smart enough, first you will be thinking about the month of May. In the month of May, how your mood will be, what's your anxiety levels will be.
Correct.
Usually, for most of the aspirants, the month of May is like troublesome thing. Like there will be a lot of turbulence in their mind.
Yes.
Why they will be having this kind of turbulence? Point is quite simple. Point number one, as you earlier said, there won't be much short notes to revise. There won't be much practice with respect to CSAT.
Yes.
There won't be much practice with respect to current affairs.
They'll be in hibernation mode in December.
Exactly.
Like the cool
So,
summer, winters.
You must need to think that in the month of May, suppose for example, all you have given your prelims once, you couldn't qualify. Then you must think what happened to me in the month of Jan, in the month of Feb, March, April, and May.
Yes.
Even if you're a fresher, not yet given the prelims yet, still you should get this experience from your veterans. Why? Because to stay happy in the month of May is quite important to write this examination.
Yes.
For that, I feel, Anil, you must have this. You must have this. What is this? This will be your 4 to 5 months of hard work. This 4 to 5 months of hard work should come in this concise format. You don't believe it contains close to 50 examinations, including previous year questions. This compilation you have with you, how this compilation comes? It won't come all of a sudden within a month. You need to practice from day one on. Frankly speaking, prelims is an objective examination, so that your preparation also should be objective oriented. Your day has to start with solving the questions, not every day reading. First time you just give a glance for 1 to 1.5 months, then just read the syllabus, that's it. After that, every day the revision has to come in the form of question and answer. Then whichever question you are getting doubt, immediately go and check the concept. Where you're feeling the doubt, you just write. Why? Because there you have the grayness that you need to write. Then you need to revise that multiple times. So this compilation should go up to the month of April. Then, especially till 3rd week of April. After that, you should give at least 20 to 25 days for revision. That time student will be having confusion.
Yes.
Right? Till then, every day you need to solve objective questions. You need to solve questions on current affairs, and you need to make short notes. Short note making is quite important, I feel.
Yeah.
If these short notes, if you don't keep with you till the month of May, then the turbulence starts in the month of May.
Yes.
Along with this, as you already discussed, the CSAT, the elephant in the room. Most of the times, we will be heavily focusing on GS, and we will gain the confidence, and we feel like if we just solve some reading comprehension or some logical reasoning questions, we may qualify. But especially post-COVID, that's not the case.
Yes.
They're heavily focusing on quant.
Yeah.
Especially in the year 2023, 2025, they exclusively focused on quant and some reading comprehension questions.
Yes.
In that case, if you don't focus on quant right now, from now onwards, if you're really weak in quant, start from now itself. Every day, minimum of 2 to 2.5 hours, you need to invest. Or else, even if you get qualified for Indian Forest Service, if you don't qualify in CSAT, there's no point.
Yes.
So, every day solving quant and practicing some reading comprehension. Along with that, at least from Feb onwards, you need to have a short note making in terms of solving questions.
Yes.
If these things you do, previous year questions, you will be solving. Objective mark questions, you will be solving. Current affairs questions, you will be solving. You will be solving, and making short notes. If these short notes you get by end of April, then in the month of May, you will be feeling relaxed. Psychology will be helping you. It will be helping you in the final examination. You will be very much stress free. Why? Because you have revised thoroughly, and you will be eliminating whatever strategies, like be it the elimination strategy, everything will work over there. First, you will be crossing 100. So this is what I feel.
So if this method is understood, your prelims is sorted.
100%.
That is how aspirants, despite of spending 15 days, 1 month of time for prelims, they could comfortably clear prelims across years.
If you are a layman, if you are from any kind of background, be it from Telugu medium background, Hindi medium background, English medium background, background doesn't matter here.
Yes.
What matters is your 5 to 6 months of preparation with a meticulous strategy.
Yes.
That's what I feel.
Very true, sir. That's the practical and realistic approach which every aspirant has to adopt.
Yeah.
Even if you are a first timer, even if you have flunked your prelims in 2 times or 3 times also, if this method is understood, if you trust in this process, if you have a concise notes, having practice of all the MCQs with respect to CSAT and general studies, you can sail through prelims with an effortless approach. Trust this, and we at Samiksha IAS are coming up with 2 unique programs, right? We have been discussing it.
Yes.
So what are those 2 programs, sir?
See, first one is we will be starting for the what you call that early, those who want to start the preparation in the earlier stages.
Yes.
So that suppose for example, if you think like continuously I'm failing in prelims,
Yeah.
so I want to start my preparation in my earlier days. In that case, you can start your preparation from mid-December onwards.
Okay.
So how we can start that? So here at Samiksha, what we are thinking is like from mid-December to Jan end, you will be revising the whole syllabus.
The core
For that,
components.
yeah, for that we will be coming up with the crash course.
Okay.
So as we just discussed.
Yes.
So by end of March, by end of Jan, we will be finishing the crash course. With that, by including all previous year questions and current affairs of that topic, we will be taking the crash course.
Okay.
From Feb onwards, you will be starting the mock tests.
Okay.
Every day you will be writing one mock test.
Okay.
It's not just writing the mock test. After writing that, we will be providing a detailed explanation. You need to solve it. We will be checking that.
Okay.
This process will be continued till when? Till April.
Okay.
Till 20th of April, this process will be continued.
So you have scheduled everyday tests?
Yes.
Or a weekly test?
Everyday test.
Everyday.
Every day the student needs to. Why? Because Anil, test is not like something you're writing for somebody else.
Yes.
Test means that is the preparation.
Yeah.
Because you need to get some clarity on fundamental rights.
Yeah.
How do you get that?
Okay.
Even if you read, as John Sir said, how many articles you may read, you may just get the subject.
Yeah.
But if you get the logic, you need to solve the question. So start your day with solving the question on fundamental rights.
You need to train yourself, put yourself to
Yes.
think in the lines on the D-Day.
Yeah.
How you need to approach the
Exactly.
question. Yeah.
So your everyday preparation has to start with solving the questions.
So by that only we can apply our logic, your memory, everything comes
So
into play.
this is for earlier,
Yeah.
like those who want to start their preparation from December onwards.
Okay.
If not, some people they're confident enough, they want to start their preparation from
Jan.
or mid, like end of the Jan or first week of Feb onwards.
Yeah.
For them, we are starting another program from like post-Pongal from 20th Jan onwards.
Okay.
But those people, for them, we will be taking up classes till end of Feb.
Fair. Okay.
They will be doing the test series from March onwards every day.
Okay.
So they can be able to write only 60 tests in the
Okay.
March and April. But those who want to start early, they can write up to 80 tests.
Okay.
So cumulatively, they will be solving 7,000 to 8,000 questions without PYQs.
That's game over.
If you include PYQs,
Yeah.
it will be more than 10,000 plus questions.
Yes.
If you solve questions on day-to-day basis and make a short notes, don't you think they can clear? So this is what we are also thinking at Samiksha IAS.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what we are offering from Samiksha IAS. Whoever aspirants were desperately eager to clear this prelims 2026, you can come to us, approach us. Whatever apprehensions you have, you can talk to us, get some reality check.
And we can
And
have some free counseling
Free
sessions
counseling
also.
sessions, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll also have this paper discussion sessions also.
Yeah.
Every test that is being conducted on a regular basis for 100 questions, at least in a week, 2 times we will have a discussion
Yeah.
on the questions that we have put forth. So all this will make you sail through this prelims in an effortless manner. Thank you so much.